Welcome back to Black Discoveries, where history comes alive. Today, we embark on a journey through the riveting tale of the first black deputy U.S. Marshal west of the Mississippi. Bass Reeves wasn't just a lawman. He was a living legend, a former slave turned enforcer of justice, patrolling the rugged landscapes with his own brand of frontier justice. But his story is more than just a badge and a gun. It's a testament to the triumph of the human spirit. So, buckle up and join us as we ride through the dusty trails of history, following the footsteps of a true American hero. This is the untold saga of Bass Reeves, a man who wore the star and faced the challenges of a turbulent era. Don't just watch history, experience it with us. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's dive into the Wild West like never before. Bass Reeves' background. In 1838, Bass Reeves was born into slavery in Crawford County, Arkansas. Matilda Reeves and Benjamin Reeves were his parents. He bears the name Bass Washington in honor of his grandfather. William Steele Reeves, an Arkansas state lawmaker, was the owner of Reeves and his family. William Reeves relocated to the Peters Colony in Grayson County, Texas, close to Sherman, when Bass was 8 years old, or around 1846. William Steele, Reeves's son, Colonel George R. Reeves, a Texas sheriff, lawmaker, and former Speaker of the Texas House of Representatives, may have held Reeves in bondage. 1838 saw the birth of Bass Reeves into slavery in Crawford County, Arkansas. Reeves ran away from slavery in 1862 during the American Civil War and sought safety in the Indian Territory, which is now Oklahoma. The Seminole and Creek tribes took him in and taught him their language, traditions, and survival skills. The Emancipation Proclamation of 1865 proclaimed freedom for all slaves residing in the United States. Since he was freed, Reeves has moved back to Van Buren, Arkansas. He was pardoned by the president in 1875, and he was assigned as a deputy U.S. Marshal for the Western District of Arkansas in 1878. Reeves had 11 children from his 2 marriages. He wed Nellie Jenny in 1864, and the two had 11 children together before her death in 1896. He then wed Winnie Sumter, 1900 to 1910, after Nellie Jenny's passing. Bass Reeves never had any children from Winnie Sumter. They married in 1900. In 1918, Winnie passed away. Since his first marriage to Nellie Jenny, 1896, Bass Reeves had 11 children. Together, the couple had 8 children: Sally, Robert, Harriet, Georgia, Alice, Newland, Edgar, and Lula. The beginning of his career. In 1878, Bass Reeves embarked on his illustrious career as a deputy U.S. Marshal. He was given the job by Judge Isaac C. Parker, who was renowned for taking a harsh approach to crime. Reeves gained an immediate reputation for his courage, integrity, and tracking prowess. He had a reputation for being able to find fugitives despite the most trying circumstances. In addition, he was skilled at hiding from detection and blending in with criminal groups. Reeves apprehended over 3,000 fugitives over the following 32 years, including his son. In addition, he worked on some of the most well-known cases in American Western history, such as the capture of bandits Bob Dozier and Ned Christie. His profession's effect on relationships. Bass Reeves's career as a U.S. Marshal and his personal life were closely entwined. Although his commitment to his career frequently affected his ties with his family, he was always close to his wife, Nellie Jenny, and their 11 children. Reeves found comfort and support in his family, who provided him with unwavering love and support despite the difficulties. Reeves frequently spent long stretches of time away from home due to his hard work. His wife and his children's relationships suffered as a result. The kids missed their father. Reeves, however, did everything in his power to maintain ties with his family, sending letters and making visits when he could. He always made sure they understood how much he loved them and treasured the time he spent with them. What did Bass Reeves do? A fearless lawman. Bass Reeves earned a reputation as a fearless lawman, facing down notorious outlaws and bringing them to justice. His courage and determination made him a symbol of hope and security in the Wild West. A skilled tracker. Reeves possessed exceptional tracking skills, honed during his time among the Creek and Seminole tribes. He could track fugitives through the most challenging terrain, even without the aid of modern technology. His ability to follow the faintest of clues made him a formidable opponent for criminals, a master of disguise. Reeves was adept at blending in with his surroundings, often using disguises to infiltrate criminal gangs and gather intelligence. His ability to deceive and outsmart his targets made him an even more effective lawman. A fair and impartial officer, Reeves was unwavering in his commitment to fairness and justice. He treated all suspects with respect, regardless of their race or background. His impartial approach earned him the respect of both the communities he served and his fellow lawmen. A legendary figure in the Wild West, Bass Reeves's name became synonymous with law and order in the Wild West. His encounters with notorious outlaws such as Ned Christie, Bob Dozier, and the Brunter brothers further cemented his reputation as a fearless and capable lawman. A symbol of hope and resilience, Bass Reeves' story is a testament to the power of resilience and determination. He rose from humble beginnings to become a respected lawman, overcoming racial prejudice and personal challenges along the way. His legacy serves as an inspiration to individuals worldwide. The people he caught. Benjamin Benny Reeves. In 1902, Deputy U.S. Marshal Bass Reeves faced a tough choice, arresting his son Benny Reeves for killing his wife. Benny had a history of violence and hurt his wife, Alice Jones. When he killed her, Bass knew he had to do his duty as a lawman, even though it hurt him deeply. Despite the pain, Bass gathered proof against Benny and chased him after he ran away. After a long search, he found Benny hiding in a cabin. Benny surrendered, and Bass sadly arrested his son. At the trial, Bass spoke about the evidence, and Benny got a life sentence for murder. Bass felt the ache of seeing his son in jail, but he stayed true to his job as a lawman. Cherokee Bill. In 1893, Cherokee Bill and his gang robbed a bank in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. Reeves, who was serving as a deputy U.S. Marshal, was assigned to track down the outlaws. He pursued them for several weeks, following their trail through the rugged terrain of the Indian Territory. Reeves finally caught up with Cherokee Bill and his gang in Fort Smith, Arkansas. He surrounded the building where they were hiding and demanded their surrender. Cherokee Bill refused to give up, and a gunfight ensued. Reeves was able to shoot and kill Cherokee Bill, bringing an end to his reign of terror. The capture of Cherokee Bill was a major victory for Reeves and for law enforcement in the Indian Territory. Ned Christie. Ned Christie, a notorious outlaw who terrorized the Indian Territory, was one of Bass Reeves's most elusive targets. In 1894, Reeves received a warrant for Christie's arrest, who was known for his violence and ruthlessness. Despite the risks, Reeves tracked Christie to the Wichita Mountains, where the outlaw was hiding out with his gang. After a tense standoff, Reeves managed to disarm Christie and arrest him without incident. Christie's capture was a major victory for Reeves and the U.S. Marshal Service. Bob Dozier. Bob Dozier was a skilled marksman and a master of disguise, making him one of the most challenging fugitives Reeves ever faced. Dozier had been terrorizing the Indian Territory for years, and authorities were eager to bring him to justice. Reeves spent months tracking Dozier, carefully planning his capture. The stakes were high, as Dozier was known for his violence and was unlikely to surrender without a fight. Finally, Reeves tracked Dozier down to his hideout in the Wichita Mountains. After a tense standoff, Reeves managed to disarm Dozier and arrest him without incident. Dozier's capture was a major victory for Reeves and the U.S. Marshal Service. Jim French. Bass Reeves was a brave lawman. He faced Jim French, a scary outlaw, in 1896. French was known for robbing and hurting people in Oklahoma. Reeves wanted to catch him. He found French in a saloon. When French saw Reeves, he tried to grab his gun. Both men stood ready to fight. Everyone in the saloon held their breath. Reeves stayed calm and asked French to give up peacefully. Surprised by Reeves' bravery, French hesitated. Finally, he put down his gun and surrendered. Reeves showed again that he was fearless and dedicated to the law. The Brunter Brothers. The Brunter Brothers were a notorious gang of outlaws who'd been terrorizing the Indian Territory for years. The brothers were known for their violence and their skill with firearms. In 1889, Reeves received a warrant for the arrest of the Brunter Brothers. He tracked them down to their hideout in the Wichita Mountains, where a shootout ensued. Reeves managed to kill 2 of the brothers and arrest the 3rd. The capture of the Brunter Brothers was a major victory for Reeves and the U.S. Marshal Service. Reeves was also known for his willingness to stand up for the rights of black people in the Jim Crow South. He would often arrest white men who were mistreating black people, and he even helped to organize a group of black men to defend themselves against white lynch mobs. Reeves's legacy is one of courage, fairness, and justice. He was a pioneer for black law enforcement officers and a symbol of hope for the black community in the American West. How he died. Bass Reeves died of Bright's disease, nephritis, on January 12, 1910, in Muskogee, Oklahoma, at the age of 71. Bright's disease is a chronic kidney disease that can lead to kidney failure. It was a common cause of death in the early 20th century before the development of effective treatments. Reeves's health had been declining for several years before his death. He had been suffering from high blood pressure and heart problems, and he had been hospitalized several times. In the months leading up to his death, Reeves' health deteriorated rapidly. He was bedridden for several weeks and died peacefully in his sleep. Reeves' death was a great loss to the community. He was a respected lawman and a beloved figure in Muskogee. He is remembered for his courage, integrity, and dedication to justice, the enduring legacy of Bass Reeves. Bass Reeves, the first black deputy U.S. Marshal west of the Mississippi River, left an indelible mark on the Wild West and American history. His exceptional tracking skills, unwavering integrity, and unwavering commitment to justice made him a legendary figure in law enforcement. Reeves's reputation as a skilled lawman was unparalleled. He was known for his ability to track fugitives through the most treacherous terrain, often without the aid of modern technology. His sharp instincts and knowledge of the land allowed him to apprehend over 3,000 outlaws during his 32-year career as a deputy U.S. Marshal. Beyond his tracking prowess, Reeves was also a man of strong principles. He was known for his fairness and impartiality, earning the respect of both whites and blacks in a society often marred by racial prejudice. His dedication to upholding the law, regardless of personal risk, made him a beacon of hope and justice in the Wild West. Reeves' legacy extends far beyond his law enforcement accomplishments. He broke down racial barriers, becoming the first black to hold a significant position in law enforcement west of the Mississippi River. His achievements paved the way for future generations of black folks to pursue careers in law enforcement and other fields. Despite the challenges he faced, Reeves remained steadfast in his commitment to justice and equality. He earned the admiration of his colleagues, his superiors, and the communities he served. His story is a testament to the power of the human spirit and the pursuit of a better world. Conclusion: Bass Reeves' contributions and presence in the Wild West will never be forgotten. Generations to come are inspired by his unflinching honesty, his extraordinary law enforcement abilities, and his unwavering devotion to justice. His narrative serves as a tribute to the resilience of the human spirit and the effort to create a society that is more just and equal. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Bass Reeves. We hope his story has left you with a newfound appreciation for the power of courage, integrity, and the pursuit of a better world. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and never give up on the fight for justice.